What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Let's Play here on ARK Ragnarok. Now, today we're going to concentrate on getting our grinder built, because if we get this view, I can show you the amount of rubbish that we're picking up from the drops in the ice cave. We're getting quite a lot of Ascendant saddles, like ridiculous ones that we're never ever going to use or need. A lot of the rubbish Ascendant simple pistols, a lot of the Ascendant simple shotguns and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that by grinding these down, we'll get the equivalent of the Ascendant crafting cost, as opposed to just the base crafting cost. But that we're going to be figuring out together shortly. Now, in between last episode and this episode, me and my mate actually cracked on to building a kibble farm, well, the beginning of the kibble farm. So I'm going to let you watch a very quick time lapse of me and my mate cracking on with that quickly, and then I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, now as soon as I've hit record it has started raining, and to be honest with you, I really can't be asked to stop and wait for the rain to stop, because by the time the rain stops it's going to be dark. I'm going to take you over to see the kibble farm, and I'm going to show you why it's not going to be in too many of my episodes, and that is because the sheer amount of lag and frame drop that you get each time coming here and leaving here. and this is only with around about 15 to 20% of the dinos that we actually want in the Kibble farm. We've got a Rex here, and oh, come on, finish loading in. Thank you. We've used our spyglass. Okay, it's a 66, we better get rid of that. Just in case, and of course we've got raptors about. So just hop on the Giga. Get rid of some of these guys. I would actually go round taming these for the actual farm, but I'm in the middle of recording and I really can't be asked to deal with them. There we go, we've got the Giga, a nice amount of food there as well. And of course the stamina drain on Gigas is absolutely ridiculous. So hop off him. Ouch. Get back on our Griffin. Now, yeah, the time lapse, obviously you saw the amount of ceilings. I think it was it's 50 by 20, so it's about 1,000 foundation floors, about 1,000 ceilings, a good 2,000 or 3,000 walls, I think it is. And then my mate was responsible for doing this back section, which is the taming and the breeding pens. So, and he's not finished the taming pen yet, but he's done a pretty decent job on the breeding pens. So the dinos that you want to breed. Oh, hello. I did not want to jump on you, I just wanted to pick up the egg. Every time I do that. Yeah, so the dinos that you want to breed, obviously not the larger ones, but the smaller ones, you could just ride them through here, put them in the pens, breed them up, and leave them in there and just see the offspring. For some reason it's still raining in here. I think it's because of the behemoth gates. Do you reckon if we close these big ones, rain would stop in here? Any rain? No? Don't fancy stopping? No, I think when you've got two massive behemoth gates either end, the rain just does not seem to want to sort of lay off. Now, if you're building a kibble farm, I would advise you that not just to get females, to also make sure that you've got a male of each one. Thank you, bring this up. To make sure that you've got a male. Now, me and my mate had 4 female... Really? 4 female scorpions. So if we just stand right here. We had 4 female scorpions, and literally for about a week, no eggs whatsoever. That's the ones that he had tamed up. And then we got a male scorpion, put them with them, and the eggs are just non-stop from them. The same with the terror bird. When we had just a female, no eggs, we got a male, they started laying. Same with the parasaurs, same with the rex, same with the quetzals. It's just, yeah. So if you are building a kibble farm, although it's, I don't know if it's in the wiki or not, but you definitely should have a male. Excuse me. You definitely should have a male with the females to increase the... What are you doing? I haven't got any spare Carno saddles, so I'll take you... Put you on... Where did you go? Yeah. Throw you on you. And get you standing straight. Otherwise that's going to bug me. Yeah, just make sure that you've got a male. It's like the same with the galleys. We only had a female, no eggs. As soon as we got a male, started laying eggs. So yeah, you definitely need males to if not, I know that they can lay eggs without a male. That's a guarantee, because they lay eggs in the wild with no males about. But yeah, when we were doing tests and runs, like we had the 2 female pteranodons, no male, no eggs for a good day and a half. We put the male in here and they started laying. And with the scorpion eggs, you can see now we've got like 75, 46 pteranodon eggs. The parasaurs are coming in nicely. Got 10 galleys, a load of dodos. The dodo eggs are from my mate's place. A load of rex eggs, a load of stegos, and yeah, we're building up our eggs mainly for the kibble to be used on imprinting. Now, I'm breeding up rexes and only keeping females. We want to find some 180 rexes to tame, to then start breeding for our boss battles. And it's when we're imprinting on the 180 offsprings that we really want the kibble ready to go. So while my mate was responsible for doing the breeding pens and taming pen, I was responsible for sorting out the greenhouse, and I'll take you over there quickly now. And we just fly straight down there. And it's a very simple design. I'll quickly give you the run through. Now I'm not going to spend too much time in there because the sound of the river drives me insane. There it is. Now I've double layered the ceilings here unnecessarily, because I'll explain it to you in a sec. Now if you look, all of these have greenhouse effect 300%, including the ones over here which only have one ceiling above them with no other greenhouse glass around. And let me hop away from this water to quickly run you through the numbers on that. Excuse me, frog in my throat, it's killing me now. Every greenhouse ceiling counts as 15% greenhouse effect. So you need a maximum of 20 greenhouse ceilings to get the full 300% effect. Now that effect will affect any crop plot that is directly below a greenhouse ceiling and is connected to the other 19 greenhouse ceilings connected by the foundations. Now what I mean by that, if I got you sort of muddled up, is that these greenhouse window or ceilings here are also added along with these greenhouse ceilings here, and these greenhouse ceilings here, and these greenhouse ceilings here. They're all added onto every individual crop plot. So each crop plot is now 300% greenhouse effect, which is the maximum that you can get. And yeah, so don't go wasting your crystal like I did. Now the reason I've done the double layered ceilings here is because I was testing out the numbers. Like I done initially, I think it was 6 and then 12. And then I was making sure that just this one was increasing no matter where I put the ceilings. So then I started placing the ceilings on this side, and then even placing the ceilings all the way over here was then increasing this crop plot's greenhouse effect. So as long as the greenhouse ceilings are on the same foundation support system, they will all contribute to every single crop plot as long as the crop plot is below a greenhouse ceiling. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. And yeah, so we've got, what's it, 6, 12, 18, 24 crop plots ready to go. They're all irrigated, as you can probably hear and see. Get a quick drink, eat some food. I tamed up a dung beetle and he's been producing some fertiliser ready for our crop plots to start. I still need to build a cooker, beer barrels and preserving bins for that area. But yeah, other than that, we just need to tame up an absolute load of dinos, which obviously I'm going to be working on, and so will my friend be working on in between episodes. Just the dinos that are producing the eggs, and obviously the dinos that we want to start breeding. Now, I'm hoping that by the time the new DLC comes out that we would have gone through and found decent Rexes, bred them, imprinted them, and got our sort of boss battle worthy group together and be able to take on the bosses before the new DLC comes out. And that should hopefully wrap up this series of ARK Ragnarok, which is around about another week and a half to 2 weeks away before the new DLC comes out, which is obviously going to be my new series hitting the channel. But enough about the kibble farm and greenhouse and whatnot. We are now going to concentrate on getting that grinder built. I'm going to go fly over to where I've been gathering the resources, and I'll bring you back once I'm over there. And we're here, guys. Now, I spent so much time off camera gathering resources for this. We're actually going to have to empty out... which one are you? You're our sort of gun ready one. So, let's clear out all of that. And put that all in here. Yeah, as you can see, we've been gathering an absolute ton of polymer in preparation to build our rifle. Yeah, the shotgun. The shotgun is what's this one? Yeah, we can throw the cementing paste in there as well. Just so I don't get confused with my other stuff. Now, last time you saw this area was just the forge and the bed and the smithy. I whacked over a fabricator and a few more chests just to build up the supplies while I was doing the runs. The shotgun that we were planning on building, I'm not sure if we're going to get to it today. It needs nearly 4,500 polymer, and this is not you. That's all the polymer that I've managed to get spare that I haven't need to, well, that I don't need to use for the grinder. And no word of a lie, that's around about 2 or 3 days worth of clearing out this area of obsidian and hitting up the beaver dams for the cementing paste. So that's what, 6, 12, 18. It's nearly about 2,000. But yeah, it's nowhere near what we need for the shotgun at the moment, which is near enough double that plus some. But for the grinder, as you can see, we've got the polymer, the oil, ridiculous amounts of metal, the cementing paste. Most of that wasn't too much of an issue. Like, the polymer is nowhere near as much polymer as we need for the shotgun. The crystal was a bit of a pain to get. So what we'll do is that we'll start shifting all of this into the fabricator. Like so. And like so. Yeah, the crystal I had to go to, I think it was 3 different spots. There's a spot just behind my actual base, which is where one of the artifacts are. Artifact is. And that usually drops around about 200 to 300 crystal, because you have to gather it by hand because it's underneath the water. I took the Yankee to 2 different ice caves to end up collecting the rest of the crystal. And yeah, the grinder uses 2,000 crystals, so it was a bit of a nightmare to actually run around and gather. The rest of the supplies should be in this one, which is mainly crystal and metal. But yeah, 2,000 crystal, plus I also had to do crystal runs for the greenhouse, so it's been probably about 2 or 3 days since I've done any recording. It's just been a lot of grindy sort of stuff, which obviously I know that no one really wants to watch the sort of grindy rubbish that you have to do to sort of get stuff done. But so grab a few gasoline. How much metal have you got? That's a fair decent amount. I want to make myself a decent long neck rifle as well soon, so yeah, let's turn this on and get our grinder built. And crafting. And let's say goodbye to all of our resources, and fingers crossed that the outcome ain't too bad. The thing that I'm worried about is that I'm worried it's going to give us just the base crafting like items, so what it would cost to, I'm not sure if we know the blueprint, or where is it you even make the simple pistol. We go on to firearms, simple pistol. Yeah, so 60 metal, 5 wood, 15 hide. I'm worried that they're going to give us only the primitive amounts worth rather than the ascendance amounts worth. That's the only thing I'm worried about with the grinder. I've not played around with it since I've had it in my Scorched Earth world on single player, and honestly I can't remember if it gave out the ascendant equivalent materials or not. Mainly because I was grinding up all the oil rigs and the windmills that was non-stop dropping in the supply crates, or loot crates, I think they're called. Yeah, when on a Scorched Earth map, their loot table was completely messed up. And 99% of the time, it was glass jar blueprints, oil rigs, and wind turbines. And grinding up the wind turbines and the oil rigs used to give me an absolute ton of electronics and metal. which were pretty much for nothing, so happy days on that. So get a little bit of speed to get back to our base. Let it load in. Thank you very much. Now we need to find somewhere to put it. I can't. Yeah, them rocks aren't there. So, come on. Oh no, we left the rotter here. Getting back on our shoulder. Now, how big is this thing? I completely forgot. And it is humongous. Do you reckon we can fit it into this back room here? Oh, if we can, it's going to be extremely tight, but we've got no clip on, but we don't really want it. So I'm worried that if I put it too much into a structure, it won't let me access the inventory of it. And I don't want it too away from our, well, from the rest of our like supply chests and things, because if it does give a lot of resources, we don't want to have to be running back and forth putting them away. You know what? I'm okay with it going here, just next to the door, and just angle it a tiny little bit, and down it goes. Hopefully not popping out. You've got a tiny little lip of it up there, but I'm not too fussed about that. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think it just needs gasoline. I don't think it needs electricity. So let's grab, oh, obviously nothing in there. I think we've got some in our built items chest. Let's grab some of you. Now fingers crossed that this actually gives the proper amount of resources that the Ascendant is worth. So let's put you on. So a new one. Let's throw in, actually, what's that, 453? Throw in one of the lower ones just to see what we get. Grind item. 100 metal, 74 wood, 100 hide. And how much is the base one? Base one is only 60 metal, so it is giving us an increased amount. Have we got any blueprints for the Ascendant guns? Like the simple pistols? Lance? We have actually. What sort of metal is it? See, it's like 3,000 metal. Oh no, that's for the shotgun. I have to say. Yeah, see, it's sort of like, for a 400% one, you're going to be looking at about 4k worth of metal. Which is a little bit insane that they're only giving back 100, or if it's just like a random roll. I don't know. We'll get rid of one of the other lower ones and see what we get. So we've got 100, 174. I think the maximum it's going to give for that is 100. But then again, it's metal for nothing. It's like the Ascendant Parasol Saddle. Let's see what we get for that cause. We ain't going to need that. Gave us a ton of hide, some more wood, some fibre. Apprentice Club, never going to use that. Some wood. Ascendant Stone Hatchet with 524%. So let's see what that gives us. That didn't even give us any stone. That's weird. Okay, I want to keep the fur gloves. I'll keep one Ascendant simple pistol. We go to our weapons chest, which is absolutely stocked full. We'll get rid of a couple of these rubbish crossbows. We've got the lances. I'm not ever going to use them, so they can all go. We'll put in one Ascendant pistol, whichever one's the best one. And then we can get rid of the rest of them. I'll keep the OP slingshot just for a laugh. We want to keep the best simple shotgun, which is 245. Yep, so we want to get rid of a few of them. I'll keep the Ascendant pipes. I'll get rid of the Apprentice. Should I get rid of the rifle? Yeah, why not? They don't actually cost too much to make. Got an Ascendant standard bow there that I don't want to use. Laser attachment I'm never going to use. Flashlight attachment I probably will use. Compound bow, we've got a 400% one there, so we'll get rid of that one. Yeah, let's see what all of this stuff gets us. The compound bow, I am actually interested to see what sort of, because it should give us polymer, and it gives us organic polymer, of course. Well, yeah, whoop-de-doo, that's going to help a lot. It's a bit out of order, isn't it? It's like, the compound bow, I'm fairly sure it wants proper polymer, it says. We go ranged. It's a harpoon launcher. Where would it? Is it in the fabricator? So weapons, primitive, ranged. Yeah, see, so it shows normal polymer 95, and then it's giving us organic polymer, which I think is a little bit out of order. I was hoping for some decent stuff then. So get rid of them 3 rifle, well, handguns. Can you highlight more than one item at a time? No, because that would make it too easy. Yeah, it's like just giving us 100 metal for the higher ones and not so much metal for the lower ones. Let's see about this OP lance. See if we get any obsidian back. Oh yeah, 100 obsidian. Some more metal, it's not too bad. So we could get rid of a couple more of them. So let's go like so. And like so. Nice. We can throw away all this organic polymer because we're never going to use it. Wow, we've got some pelt as well. Is pelt even used in making the whatchamacallits, the lances? Throw them shotguns in there. That thing can go in there. Slingshot. You. I want to take the flashlight attachment back off of this one. Okay, so let's see what we get for the long neck. So you've got what? Nearly 800 metal. And got just under 900. That did not give us a lot, did it? For a Mastercraft long neck. How about that? Yeah, not giving us a lot for that either. I think it's like a maximum of 100. But I think it's a little bit out of order considering the level of some of these. Let's just grind everything out. This should give us some electronics, if it lets us grind it. Yeah, we've got 10 electronics, 15 crystal. Anything else in here that we want to grind up? Let's get rid of this blueprint. Now the other thing I am wondering is not armor really. The armor I like to keep because if I do die it is a quick and easy way of getting back on your feet. So I want to keep the armor there. Our weapon box I think we've already just gone through. Oh, voice break or what there? What have we got in our built items chest? We don't really want to break up any of that because we're going to be using it. But our saddle chest is the next one that I wanted to check. Now we've got 4 Ascendant Anki saddles that we're never going to use. We've also got a basic one. We'll keep the higher Beezela Buffo one. We'll keep one higher Calicotherium one. That one can go, Diabear. Got a few Dodie ones, so Primitive can go, and that one can go. Got a couple of Donkey ones, 90, that can go. Oh, flying all over the gaff there. We've got Galley, get rid of that one. Iguanodon, get rid of the lower one. Capro Mammoth, get rid of the lower tier Mammoth ones. Get rid of the lower Manta. Got Mantis, Megalosaurus. Is it Megalosaurus? It's the reindeer. That's what it is. It's a goddamn reindeer. Megalodon, we'll keep that. Apache, Parasaur, we'll get rid of the lower tier one. And another lower tier one. We'll keep that one. What's our best Sarco saddle? Got 98. 257. We'll get rid of you. And we'll get rid of you. And then we've got a bunch of the, what's it, tape jar or tapajara, depending which way you want to pronounce it. I think we've got the best one on our one already. So let's see what saddles give us then, shall we? Is there any resources in here? Let me get rid of a load of this stuff. Just so we get more of an idea of what sort of items we're getting. Let's get rid of you. We've got some cementing paste from something as well. I don't know where that was from. Okay, so let's go with the Ascendant Sarco saddle. I'm assuming hide, not metal. Oh, and I've just turned it off without highlighting it. That's smart of me. Cementing paste we've got. We've got quite a bit of metal. We've got some hide. We'll keep an eye on what resources go into what. Let's just throw in a load of these saddles. And obviously some spoiled meat, because why not? Put you, and you, you, and you. And then, where did that spoiled meat go? There we go. Just throw that. Okay, Anki saddles. How much metal have we got? 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, just over 1400. And I think that gave us just under 100. Which ain't too bad considering we've got multiple duplicates of them. And then you've got the basic one. You've got a Beazle Buffo one. I think that's a little bit of cementing paste. We've got an Ascendant standard bow. Going to be some wood. Calicotherium saddle. Some more metal from that. I'm assuming more metal. Got a Dodie saddle. That's going to be stone. I remember crafting them. The donkeys, I'm not too sure what goes into crafting them, so I'm assuming a bit of metal. Throw in an iguanodon. Mammoth saddle. What do we get? Let's just see what we end up after grinding everything up, shall we? It's a pain that is there a way of like highlighting everything? I really wish there was. Grind. But look at the amount of metal that we've got back from that now. I'm getting rid of all of our duplicates that we don't need. And we've still got one donkey saddle up here. Oh, that also gives cementing paste. But yeah, that's Mulder saddles. We've got a bit of hide, a nice bit of obsidian. Got some pelt, which I actually want to throw into our smithy, because we're actually trying to get enough resources to build a couple of the apprentice, the Ascendant fur cap and the Ascendant leggings. But as you can see, the amount of we've actually got enough pelt for that one now. So we throw the hide in, and what armor is that? 308. Let's see what it drops that for us. And 317. Not bad. Because we want to be taking on the ice cave soon. I want my mask back. There we go. and then that will also give us the extra thermal insulation. Now obviously it's not so good in the heat, but a mixture of ghillie and the fur together allows you to pretty much go most places. So hyperthermal insulation is 1001 now, which is very good. Armor, let's throw you in there. Now, is there anything else that we can grind up just for fun? Wow, we've even got more rank saddles in here. And we've got Ascendant, these Liverpool saddles. Calicotherium, Ascendant Diplodocus, Diabear, I want to keep one of them actually. Ichthys, Capro, Manta, we don't need them. Get rid of some of them. I don't want to get rid of the high ones, the ones that are like 200 odd. I think anything under 100 armor is quite alright throwing away. Decent trike saddle there. That one's a very good Philoleo. How does he pronounce that? Philocaleo. Philocaleo. The tree cats, I call them. But yeah, let's throw some more saddles in. We're actually running out of room in here. If we go and just grab all of the fibre, considering it doesn't weigh that much. Now obviously off camera I'm going to put these all the way in the chest and organise it all nice and neatly, and probably go loot some more drops, because now that we can grind stuff and get resources from them, it doesn't mean that it's just taking up room in our chests for items that we're never going to use or need. Like, we're never going to need 10 Ascendant reindeer saddles, not unless you're planning on taking reindeers into the boss battle. But yeah, as you can see, we're getting an absolute ton of metal from doing this. This is definitely the way forward for my gathering needs. But yeah, an absolute ton of metal. I'm probably going to treat myself. Let me turn that off because it's extremely loud. Now I've got a crossbow blueprint, a 561 crossbow blueprint in here, and it's only 514 metal, and I have no idea why I've not crafted it yet. But I've got tons of metal in here as well. And no, I cannot move because I've got a ton of wood on me. Let's slowly crawl over here. Before we end the episode off, let me craft myself one of these decent crossbows. What else are we missing? Don't worry, I've not forgotten about that metal on the floor. I'm not wasteful like that, don't worry. We also need wood and fibre, which I believe we should hopefully actually have enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a bit. And then we'll just throw the fibre in until it lights up. There we go. So that's what, 561. And then with this crossbow we'll probably take a dip in water in our next episode to taming up some sea creatures. Because I really do enjoy the secret. Oh, 580. Beautiful. That is going to be our new OP crossbow. Let's put you onto there. And we don't want to throw you in there. And we don't want you on our hotbar either. Can you just... Stupid thing. There we go. And then we'll take that back out of there. We could throw that in our weapons chest as a spare. Nice. Now as you can see, we've got a fair few Ascendant crossbows, but none of them near the one that we just made, which is 580% damage. It's not going to get much better than that. I can see that doing quite a lot of torpor using the arrows. But yeah, well, after that lag spike hits us, I think that's going to do it for me today. We've got the grinder built, which I'm happy about. We've got rid of a ton of absolute junk that we did not need. All the saddles, all the lances. I tried using the lance and I was only doing like 14 damage using a 480% damage increase lance on dinos. So I'm assuming that's purely just for playing around PvP sort of thing. Doing jousting with other people. But as a weapon wise, it's virtually useless. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the many updates. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Kibble farm. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.